Hello everyone and welcome to today's vlog. We are going to be watching the solar eclipse in today's video, enjoying the new moon and practicing some of my favorite rituals. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. Let's get into it. Good morning. As you can tell, I haven't gotten ready for the day yet. I've just had breakfast and now I've started to kind of clean up my house. So today's video is going to be a vlog while I experience the solar eclipse and new moon today and kind of show you what I'm going to be doing during those events and everything like that. So the first step, this is a new moon related activity I do, is I like to clean my space physically. The first thing I need to do is clean up this big mess I let my dogs make this morning because they were just having too much fun ripping up this stuffed ladybug I got them. I couldn't take it away from them, so I just let them rip it up. And now I'm cleaning up all the stuffing from it. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of reset my house so that I'm in a physically clean space as well. And I like to do this on the new moon and on the full moon to just kind of let that energy of whatever's going on in the sky, be a safe, calm place for that energy to enter and for me to experience as well, and also just amplify any intentions I have as well. So it's just something I like to do for the new moon. I look at it as new beginnings, so it's kind of like a new beginning for the house. Just kind of cleaning it up and giving it a little fresh start. So that's the first thing I'm going to be doing today as part of my spiritual vlog for the new moon today and the solar eclipse, which I'm so excited about. It's currently 9:30 and where I live in Colorado, it's supposed to peak I think around 12:40 and begin around 11:20. So I'm going to clean up and work out and then get ready for my day and start the fun activities, but you'll only see the fun activities. So let's get started. And a little note, if you are following along or maybe planning a new moon or full moon or just a fun day, whatever, a nice way to do this is to listen to music first thing in the morning. I love doing this and it really just amplifies my energy and just really lifts my vibration. So while I'm cleaning, I'm going to be listening to some fun music. Alright, I finished cleaning up my house and I also did my workout and put on a little bit of makeup, and I think that the eclipse has started. I have my eclipse glasses. I actually have two pairs from the eclipse that happened in October of 2023 that I was in the path of totality. So I'm just gonna check and see if the eclipse has started. I think it's like 11:30 or so right now. It has started, so I need to get my stuff together and go outside because I'm gonna do some journaling and a tarot pull and sit in my hammock and do a little gardening and just enjoy the eclipse. So let's go do that. Okay, I'm sitting out here in my hammock and I have my dogs out here too, and as you can tell, I have a perfect view of the eclipse. I'll try to get a shot of it if I can. But I have a really good view. are about, I believe, about 20 minutes away from the peak. Right now it looks like a super cute, like, crescent moon. Like, I think it looks like an anime crescent moon. That's the only way I can describe it, because I'm not in the totality area, but it's just so amazing. And I think when it hits the peak, I'm going to either go inside or sit up on my deck and do a tarot reading, because right now I'm just kind of experiencing it, and I'm also jotting down just any thoughts or feelings that come to mind, and just kind of paying attention to nature and looking for messages or signs, or just kind of experiencing. And I also brought myself an orange, so I'm going to peel that and eat it right now, because it reminded me of the sun. I don't know if you can see it, but there's this perfect ring around the sun. Yeah, you can see it because the eclipse is at its peak right now. Oh, you can see it right there. All right, now that I was sitting outside for the eclipse and I got to let myself kind of just experience that energy, and honestly it had me feeling some surprising ways. Like, it honestly made me a little bit emotional, not gonna lie. And I didn't have that thought kind of going into it, but not in a bad way or anything. I don't know, I was just feeling it, if that makes sense. But now I'm going to do a personal tarot reading on myself and kind of show you how I read for myself, and an example of how I do that. And I'm going to be using the tarot spread that I made and shared for this solar eclipse and new moon. You can always use this tarot spread even if it's not, you know, the same day of the eclipse. You can use it on a different eclipse, or use questions from it, or if you're watching this close to the eclipse, you know, just relating to eclipse energy as well. But I think I'm gonna light this little red candle, and I always put them in this little teacup that I have. Light this little red candle, and I'm also gonna light, I have one stick left of this moon incense, so I think I'm gonna light this as well, and just kind of set the vibe. Got my little red candle lit. I just picked red for Aries season, the new moon in Aries kind of vibe. I really love this moon incense. I got it on vacation. Okay, now I've got my incense all lit, and I'm just gonna kind of set it off to the side because I don't want it right in my face. Okay, that's perfect. Picking 6 cards, and I'll kind of just show you what it looks like for a tarot reader to read for themselves. And yeah, so the first card is going to be the theme for this solar eclipse. Is the King of Cups. So for me, the King of Cups being the theme of this solar eclipse kind of means for me that this solar eclipse is going to be about emotional maturity, as well as being balanced and wise, making wise decisions. So I think this is really about balance and emotional maturity in this season, and let's kind of dive a little bit more into that. But for me, that is where I'm at in my journey, and that's kind of the theme that's going on for me right now, which is 100% accurate. So I'm kind of wondering if I should put my little candle right here so you can see it. Okay, the second card I'm going to choose is what is being blocked from my sight and what is hiding in the shadow. And that is the Page of Wands. So for me, how I translate this in myself is what is being blocked from my sight or hiding in my shadows. The Page of Wands is about energetic, fresh ideas, and I feel like maybe what's being blocked from my sight is being able to make fresh ideas. There's something blocking my sight on new, fresh ideas, and having that energy and having that excitement as well, which again is accurate. And the third card is going to be an area in my life that is requiring bravery. Area in my life that's requiring bravery is the Eight of Swords. And for me, this is a little bit too relevant because on the last full moon, I was doing a lot of reflection about, you know, releasing and things of that nature. And I did a tarot reading. It was all about being isolated, being trapped, feeling bound by something. And this is just another reminder of that popping up. Of the Eight of Swords is like an area of my life that's requiring bravery are those areas where I'm feeling personally isolated and trapped. It's like giving me nightmares, and I really need to break through that. There's something that's making me feel so alone, and so I'm still being called to work on that. So great reminder. Thank you again. I need to continue to hear it to step into my power. So for our fourth card, it's self-limiting thoughts and patterns that I'm holding on to. This should be real good to share with everyone. Limiting thoughts that I'm holding on to. Strength. Not believing in myself. And I'm really lacking like the inner courage as well, and the inner strength and confidence. And that is like something that I'm holding on to, like a pattern in my life. So if you read yourself, just remember you're gonna get read to filth, and it's always accurate. It's always hilarious. Or it's tragic, either one, depending on how you view things. For me, it's hilarious. I love it. Okay. Something that I must let go of for a new chapter to begin. This is especially important with the new moon energy. And that is the Ace of Cups. Or, sorry, the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is about manifestation. It's about new opportunities and abundance and prosperity coming into your life, but you're beginning that cycle. And for me, I feel like I really need to let go of specifically the manifestation part of like maybe trying to hold on to or trying to control in my physical life, in my physical realm. I really need to stop like having those controlling aspects. Like the manifestation's really speaking to me in that of like just kind of letting things happen and focusing on my inner bravery instead of trying to create all these new opportunities or pathways for myself. I kind of just need to let go of that so that the new chapter can unfold and the new road in front of me can unfold as well. And let's go for the last card. Card number 6, how can I embrace this new chapter? Seven of Coins reversed. And the Seven of Pentacles reverse is about not having a lack of focus and vision, like having no long-term plan and kind of procrastinating. So this is really reminding me that I can only embrace this new chapter if I stop procrastinating and get a better long-term vision for myself. Kind of, I feel like this is also kind of going with this Ace of Coins of what must I let go of almost maybe letting go of the past programming I have in terms of my routine, and kind of letting go of that and getting a new long-term vision and long-term routine going, and also really relying on inner strength, inner courage to break through these past old patterns of not believing in myself and isolating myself, and remembering that I need to step into my emotional maturity, as well as really pay attention to like the things that are happening in front of me that, you know, call to my excitement and call to my energy. Like, why am I not kind of acting on those things? Why am I acting on these other things from my past that I'm holding on to, if that makes sense. Kind of just translating my thoughts to you. So that is my reading for myself. I'll kind of show you guys a close-up of what the cards look like and how it came out. And let me know if you use my tarot spread. I really want to see if you guys use it. All right, next I am going to do another one of my favorite new moon and full moon kind of activities or ritual, whatever you want to call it. I'm just taking the incense I just lit and I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the house with this. Basically what I'm going to do, what I personally do, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. So you know, do your research and choose what's best for you. But I like to just start from the front of my house and work through every little corner up and down the room, and specifically paying attention to different entryways as well. Then make my way to the back of the house, just doing that in every single room, every single little nook and cranny. And while I do this, I'm just thinking about what I'd like to release or bring into the household. So I'm going to specifically be thinking about the answers I just got in my reading, and just kind of thinking about what new intentions I want to bring in and what, you know, old patterns I need to let go of. Sometimes I also like to just cleanse myself as well while I'm at it, just kind of wrapping the incense around my body and just setting some new intentions and, you know, thoughts of releasing negativity or self-limiting patterns or whatever your specific intention is. Okay, next on my new moon adventure, I am going to take a little walk and set some specific intentions, but first I have to get some warmer layers on because it is so cold. The clouds just like came over at the end of the eclipse, and now it's so cold, so I'm freezing. I'm hoping that my walk will warm me up a bit, but I'm definitely gonna like wear gloves. So the point or like intention of this walk is to get into a meditative state or mindset, just so I can kind of do some reflection about the new moon and things I want to bring into this new chapter of my life and this new beginning. So one of the things I like to do is take a walk, and I don't listen to any music. I just listen to nature, and I'll specifically ask for spirit to show me signs, or just like think and have messages or anything of that nature, just kind of getting deep into my own head and kind of seeing what comes up. And it's really therapeutic, and I just like to walk in nature and do this. A lot of times when I go on walks, I listen to music, so that just really helps set that better intention for me. And I like to call this my digital download, or my downloads walk, where I can just kind of get more clear about what I've been thinking about or what message has been trying to get across to me. So that is something I really like to do on the full moon, on the new moon, and I highly suggest. So it's kind of like a spiritual version of a hot girl walk, so it is pretty amazing. So let's go do that. My gloves on, I got my boots on, my warm layer, my bag. I have my bag so I can get anything from my P.O. box and also get my paycheck from work. So now I'm just going to set my intention and take my walk. Sometimes when I do this, I will do like a meditation or something beforehand, but today I'm just going to set my intention. I already feel like I've been in a spiritual mindset all day, so I've been doing spiritual activities all day, so I'm going to just do that. And for me, my intention today is just to kind of receive confirmation or more insight on kind of the topics I've already been thinking about in kind of this new chapter and the themes of the solar eclipse and new moon of rebirth and new beginnings. So I'm gonna go on my walk. Wanted to see a group of birds, either ravens or robins, and here are 3 in the trees. I'm so excited. Okay, tell me why I just got home from my walk, which was so great, by the way. Oh my gosh. And I'm looking up like the meaning of seeing 3 crows, because I know there's different meanings. You know, there's obviously different symbolism for any animal, for different numbers, but I know specifically there's a lot of symbolism to do with seeing ravens or crows. And this says that seeing 3 crows represents the death and rebirth cycle, and I was just literally talking about that. Intention today is just to kind of receive confirmation or more insight on kind of the topics I've already been thinking about in kind of this new chapter and the themes of the solar eclipse and new moon of rebirth and new beginnings. So when I was talking about my intentions for the walk, and it may signify one cycle ending and another beginning, is what this says. Anyways, that is just interesting to me because I was just talking about that, and now here it is. And I specifically asked for, you know, confirmation of things I had been thinking of, to do things that are related to the rebirthing cycle, and then I saw that. So for me, that personally feels like confirmation. It was a great walk, and that brings me on to my next step of my new moon ritual day, which is going to be giving back to nature. I did buy some birdseed while I was out on my walk, and I am going to feed the birds because I love feeding the birds in my neighborhood. I do it, and it's part of like my routine. I just love it so much. It's very connecting for me, just to connect with nature and to connect with Mother Earth. So I like to give back to nature, so that's what we're gonna do today because it's been a while since I fed them, since it's been snowing. So let's go fill up the bird feeder. So now that I went on my walk and I have some kind of deeper insight of what I've been thinking about recently, I've just decided to open up my Rose of Jericho. So this is a resurrection plant. This is the container that I've been opening it, resurrecting it in with different crystals underneath. But I think for today I'm going to put it in a bigger bowl and let it really soak up a lot. And I just kind of was thinking about the death and rebirth cycle that was really prevalent in some of the different messages and themes of the solar eclipse and the new moon and my walk. And I decided that what a better time for the resurrection plant. So if you don't have a Rose of Jericho or you don't know what it is, this is what it looks like. And when you place it in water, it will unfurl and become a much deeper green. And I use it as a spiritual tool, and I use it for manifesting, to open up new pathways and new chapters for myself, and just kind of also spiritually open myself up for those things to happen as well, and kind of release control. So I'm going to be doing that today, and one day is to pass this down to my children, and hopefully I can keep this my whole life and take care of it and pass it down. So yes, so let's go ahead and do that. Probably going to do a voiceover for this portion of my new moon activities, but I wanted to give that little explanation. So here I am just preparing my bowl for my resurrection plant, and I'm going to add some water so it can start to unfurl, and you will start to see it just unfurl in real time as I took these clips. This took about an hour altogether, and I will show you at the end what it looked like before I went to bed after soaking for about 3 to 3.5 hours. But I just absolutely love watching this plant open up. It is so magical and so powerful. I highly recommend using a resurrection plant in your spiritual practice. I got mine so easily at a spiritual store in California, but you can get them all over. And yeah, this is what it looked like as it unfurled for me. And here is what it looked like at the end of the night before I went to bed. As you can see, it opened up really far. And I think I'm going to end my night with some journaling and just setting some new intentions for this new cycle and start in my life, this new chapter in my life, and just kind of put down all my thoughts and feelings that have come up today. Put them down so I can kind of continue to make sense of them. And I hope you enjoyed my solar eclipse and new moon vlog today. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And make sure to check out my TikTok at Essence of Midnight and my Instagram, essenceofmidnightco, for all kinds of shorter form content that will be spirituality, tarot reading, etc. based. And of course, do not forget to check out my Etsy, order a reading from me. You can use the code YouTubeRead for a special discount, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!